Hey guys, welcome. Today I have a September wrap up. So I'm gonna give you my stats on what I read, on my stats on my reading. So the total books I read were 13 books. My most read genre was romance. Fiction versus nonfiction was fiction. Pages was 3,469 pages, and my average rating was a 4.18. And then I will talk about the favorite book of my month, favorite book of the month. So let's start off with the first book I finished, which was My Roommate's a Vampire by Jenna Levine. This was a 4 stars. I enjoyed the whole vampire in the 21st century, learning how to be part of this time, trying to navigate what humans do right now. And I enjoyed Cassie, who is somewhat relatable to any person here, is great. This one, I feel it's a good, easy read. There were some funny moments in here and I would recommend this. So technically Cassie is an artist. She has been struggling, I believe it's with her rent. So her friend offers, oh, you could come live with me and my husband, and she says, no, you guys just got married. So she looks at apartment listings. She finds one from Frederick, which is $200 a month, which that's a complete steal. So of course, I want to say the lighting changed, but okay, so she goes and checks it out. She finds Frederick, and Frederick obviously tells her that he sleeps during the day and most of his business he takes care of it at night. So there they start a little friendship, talking to each other on notes, post-it notes. This is the first book I read. Okay. Next up we have Unfortunately Yours by Tessa Bailey. This is the second book in, it's a small little series, but I forgot. Here we have Natalie and August. August is an ex-Marine and he is trying to do something on the boat because his friend always wanted to start his own wine. Yeah, he wanted to do his own wine and he's trying to fulfill his best friend's dream. Natalie is trying to get away from always having, well, she's dealing with a lot of things, but the main one is that they don't feel that she is responsible, and by that I mean her mother, her father, and maybe not her brother, but usually it's those people, and she wants to prove to them that yes, she knows what she's doing. And I did enjoy the story. I enjoy both of their growth. They both had their own problems and they worked it out at the end. I did enjoy it. 4 stars. Then we have The Bonus by T.L. Swan. We have Grace and Gabriel. That started off as a little novella. I forgot where it was that I read it, and I did enjoy it. I wanted more, which I ended up getting more. This was the more that I think about it now, I feel it's a solid 4. This could be interconnected with the Miles High series, the Stopper, the Takeover, the Casanova, the Do-Over, and the it could be included in that because you have Gabriel, who is the enemy and quote-unquote for the Miles, and here we have Grace, his assistant, who she always has had a crush on her boss but never took these further because he is her boss, until a Christmas party. One thing leads to another. They sleep together, they don't talk because she quits because she is tired of giving his one-night stands gifts. So she decides to leave and not work for him anymore. Then I have Kith and Kind, part of the Good Neighbor series by Holly Black and Ted Neffy. This whole series as a whole is a 4-star. So Rue, obviously, Rue's life is never what it appears. Her mom goes missing and she's trying to figure out. Her father is accused of being a murderer and she doesn't know if he's guilty or not. So you go through this whole book and you see how the human and the fairy realms have always been good neighbors until now. Yeah, so you see that, you see how the fairies come involved in her life. Solid 4 through and through. Then we have The Haunted Ever After by Jen DeLuca. This was a good, cozy, and a summer read. I think it's Cassie and Nick. So she ends up uprooting her life due to the fact that all her friends have kids and she no longer feels a part of that friendship in a way, due to the fact that they're always like mom's night out and they don't include her in anything. So she decides to uproot her life, move to a small town in Barnyard Keys. There's weird things going on in her house, and Nick is a coffee shop owner and helps her in a way. I did enjoy this one. This one was a solid 4 stars. The Perfect Pet by Anna Conwell. Hannah. This was a 3.75 because I know I read the first one, which is the Golden Rule. We have Miles. Okay, so Ellie is not a very good people person. She works at a coffee shop. Her friend gets her a personal assistant job. To Miles, she hates golf, has always hated it. I guess he's okay with that due to the fact that she might not know who he is, and apparently the whole town knows who he is. Right? You see how they are falling for each other even though they shouldn't fall for each other. And it's a 3.75. Next book I read, and it's finally off my TBRs of every single month, is Belladonna by Adeline Grace. I had to get to 150 pages for me to start really enjoying this book, and I definitely did, and I am so mad at myself that I didn't push through since last year. Since I started reading this last year, I should have pushed through. I did enjoy it. I enjoyed Signa and Death himself in their little quote-unquote friendship, but also her friendship with Silence, with her cousins, both Harry and Bethany. You see, and her uncle Elijah, you see how she helps them help whatever murder is going on, or whoever's trying to kill off her family, which I did enjoy it. It's a 4.5. Next, we have The Rookie Mistake by Mara Mo. This is part of the Orleans University. It's like a little short novella, and it's a good novella, very insta-lovey in a way, but you get a bit of depth even though it's a novella. And I gave this one a 3.75. It's pushing the 4, but I feel if we had a bit more like 50 or so pages, I think it could have been a solid 4. And then Spookily Yours by Jennifer Chipman is, it was one of my favorites, apart from the last book that I read. This one, so the second book is the one I'm really interested in, and I decided, since it's part of a series, I should read the first book. The first book wasn't that long. It was like 200 and something pages. I didn't read the summary of this, but it says, my cat is a demon. No, that is not a joke. An actual real life demon, and he needs my help to break a curse. What happens when that turns into more? It can never be forever, and yet I'm falling for him anyways. Spookily Yours is a spicy open door Halloween themed novel featuring a witch and a demon who fall in love with her. The book is a complete standalone with a happy ever after guaranteed, which I enjoyed that one. I love the premise so much. I loved when the main guy would turn into a cat just so he can sleep on her bed and, like, quote unquote, like, protect her in a way. So we have Damon and Willow. So obviously Damon at the beginning of the book is a demon, no, is a cat. He was turned into a cat. Willow is a witch in her little small witch town. Luna owns a bakery and she owns, I believe, the coffee shop part. Like, she makes coffee, the sister makes the bakeries and the baked goods. I enjoy that one. I love the not only Willow's and Damon's relationship, but they give you little snippets of Willow and Luna. And a solid of 4 stars. I feel like this might be a reread every year for the fall time. And we have Mr. October by Bethany Weaver. This is a short 65 pages. There's no rating on this one, only because there shouldn't be a rating for something so small. We have Sabrina and Adam. So they have been friends since they were younger, since the first night they ever met when she was getting bullied by some kids, and he comes like a hero saving her. So it is not instantly, so there is that theme where they have met when they were younger and they continue that friendship. So this one has no rating, but I did enjoy it. The last book I read, and it's the last book. I finished it, I believe. Today is September 30 when I'm filming this, and I finished it like at 12:30 in the morning. And it's my anticipated read for the whole damn year, and it's Daydream by Hannah Grace. This did not disappoint. I knew it was gonna be a 5 stars, and it is a 5-star. It was worth, I don't know if it was worth the wait for Henry, because you see how lovable and how he is very relatable to certain things, and as well as Hallie is very relatable in her own thing. They both struggle with their own. Hers is people pleasing, and him is not being able to communicate things to people. 5 fucking stars, infinite stars for this one. Those are all the books I read in September. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.